Hi, I'm Josh Drescher. I'm an associate producer with Mythic Entertainment, here today at Games Convention talking about Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. Warhammer Online is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game that focuses on something that we call realm versus realm combat. What RVR is it's not PvP, where it's one-on-one or even five-on-five, small groups of people fighting alone in a room somewhere, fighting over control of a windmill for no good reason at all. These are massive armies, thousands of players on the side of good and the side of evil, order and destruction. This is the first time that somebody's really bringing to life the entire Warhammer world, all of the dark adventure, all of the weird jokes, all of the strange British xenophobia. That's all here in Warhammer Online. But really, our crowning sort of achievement is the realm versus realm system, which gives players the opportunity to fight in massive battles, hundreds of players simultaneously, using siege weapons to shoot pigs, apparently. Am I still going, or then?
You can't touch this.
Our creative director, Paul Barnett, has a tendency to log into the game for the first time in any new area, find out where the first quest is trying to send him, and run in the opposite direction for as long as he can, just to see what we've done with the world. And traditionally, that leads him to a cliff. And what he wants to do is jump off the cliff. And he dies. And then he goes back and he does it again, till he eventually finds the one way you can jump off the cliff and not die. And then he goes back and says, I want you to put something down there. In the event that someone like me is crazy enough to jump off the cliff and live, there needs to be a thing that they can touch, and it unlocks something in the tome and goes, this person's psychotic. One of the things that Bill Shakespeare knew is that every now and then you need some comic relief. You need some weirdos that are digging ditches in the graveyard to sort of lighten the mood before you bring people into more grim darkness. I don't want to say that fart drags add flavor, but they do. The way you keep the farts fresh is you treat your audience with respect. You don't try and beat them over the head with the jokes. You try and offer them unexpected moments of joy. Little explosions of weirdness that come unexpectedly at times that otherwise should be full of, darkness and violence. Am I still going, or then?
Okay. Okay, so Josh, the final launch is always a very important moment for every MMO. What are you guys planning on doing differently with yours?
We're getting a liquor license, and we're putting a beer tent at the studio on launch day. No, we've been in the...
Awesome.
If only I was joking. If you don't come out of the gates with a game that's stable and fun, that looks great, that plays great, you might as well not even show up. And so for us, we're really looking very hard at making sure that our launch day is great.
From what I've heard, you seem to have a very vivid community that support you and provide you with critique and a lot of suggestions. What would you say are some of the most prominent suggestions that you've taken from the community?
First and foremost, the way that we engage our community is they're not there to help us load test the game. They're not there just to help us find bugs. They're part of the development process. Foremost thing that came out of that interaction and relationship with the beta testers was the dramatic expansion of open world, persistent world RVR. So they came back to us and said, we like it, but it would be much better if we had a lot more open world RVR. So that's where we as I said earlier, we took the original idea for what our cities were going to be like, turned those into keeps, massive structures in the world, and placed those earlier on in the game experience. It makes it feel like you're fighting for something significant and real every day. And that came absolutely out of the feedback of the beta players.
They love you guys, don't they?
We really do. I love you guys. Thank you.
Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.